Ladies and gentlemen, greetings from all the Modern Pythian Games team and International Pythian Council. I'm Rania Lampo from Greece. I'm a global educator, a STEM instructor, researcher, author, global peace ambassador, and I'm working at the Greek Ministry of Education and the Greek Astronomy Space Company. I'm also global ambassador of language, literary, and oratory arts, as well as education of International Pythian Council and also international ambassador of Ecumenical Delphic Union. Today, I have the pleasure to welcome you all to our International Virtual Conference episode 13, organized by Modern Pythian Games, International Pythian Council. In ancient Greece, Pythian Games, which included athletic and cultural competitions, were considered almost as important as Olympic Games, and they were dedicated to God Apollo, who was the god of light, of poetry, and of the healing arts. Today, we have eminent dignitaries from different countries, Romania, Malaysia, Philippines, and India, who will present some facets of the culture of the countries, and they will express their views, their ideas about how Modern Pythian Games can become a reality in our globalized world. So without further ado, I request our first keynote speaker. Now I'd like to call upon Mr. Laxman Nazarpuri from India. It's a significant member of the National Pythian Council. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Rani. Good evening, everyone. I'm Lakshman Kumar Nazarpuri from Mumbai, the financial capital of India. Mumbai is the capital of Maharashtra. Let me start with congratulating our most energetic founder, Shri Bijinder Goyalji. I always call him as a one-man army. The way he works and delivers, no one else can match him in today's scenario. Single-handedly, he has brought the movement to this stage of awareness about the Pythian arts, culture, and games around the globe and generated a lot of interest among the communities. The traditional forms of art, culture, games are the fundamental requirements for the survival of individuals as human species and societies across the globe, irrespective of our language, caste, creed, or any other barriers. They bring in harmony and cohesiveness in a very effective and efficient manner. Having said this, I will like to submit that we are inching towards attaining a small bit of it in a very unique manner at Pythian organization. The members who have joined so far, they have awakened to realize that in order to bring in the old world charm and reinstate our values, culture, and systems on the basis of which the human race has survived so many centuries, we must strive to bring to the fore the various forms of human, arts consisting of paintings, drawings, sculpture, music, dance, traditional ways of being, making clothes, making unique musical instruments, going back to our roots for our diets instead of being misled by, these multinationals on various so-called superfoods through innovative advertisements, etc. We have completely forgotten our traditional sports and games, which were oriented towards bringing up a person's overall personality, including physical and mental fitness, to become a valuable part of the society instead of being a super achiever on a standalone basis and focused on making money through letting himself or herself on hire to large corporate houses and doing advertisements endorsing products of all kinds. In today's world, you find that everyone seems to be chasing money and fame, and in the end, we have seen that at some point in time, they feel isolated and crave out for that belongingness and togetherness within the society. But again, it is a well established fact that you are all alone at the top. I would like to mention here that Pythian movement is picking up the pace with the launch of International Millet Conclave in Tamil Nadu, 3-day Games Festival at Tyagaraja Stadium in New Delhi, the poetry competition, Hindi Divas at Bangladesh, a sports fest event at Philippines, so on. And soon all these states in India as well as overseas will witness a steady flow of seminars, events, exhibitions, literary festivals, sports, and games. And I must say here that this is going to be very big, and we will be happy to look in hindsight and feel proud that we all were part of this moment in its early days. I would like to brief all of you that we are very actively looking at traditional arts, culture, and games of Maharashtra in India. So I'm representing Maharashtra Pythian Council. So we intend to showcase events covering paintings, arts, sports, etc. in some of the events which we are going to organize in the next 3 months. I would like to give you some of the examples. So as far as paintings are concerned, we are looking at Warli paintings, Warli, Warli paintings, which is a tribal art of Warli tribe, a kind of mural painting they make. And this tribe still resides within the Mumbai city. Then we have Bedari ware, which uses zinc and copper as the basic raw materials to make metallic handicrafts originated in the Bidar district. Then we have lacquered craft from Savantwadi, a place in the Konkan region of Maharashtra near Goa. Then we have Himru and Mashru. These are clothes and shawls made of cotton and pure silk. Then we have weaving of Paithani sarees. This is an Indian dress for ladies, one of the most elegant looking drapes of 6 yards and 9 yards made of pure silk with brocaded gold embroidery. Then we have Narayan Pet sarees also, again made of pure silk and zari work. There is a big center for jewelry, handmade jewelry in Kolhapur. As far as music is concerned, Maharashtra has a very rich uh, culture. So I'll give you some examples. Povadas, that is ballads on the life, times, and events of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, a ruler and warrior of highest stature. Then we have OWI. This is the folk songs on maternal and marital homes. Bhaleri. This is sung by farmers during sowing, reaping, and harvesting their crops. Palane, which is sung by women as lullaby for putting their children to sleep. It will be great to know that the musical instrument called sitar is made in the city of Miraj in Sangli district of Maharashtra, and this is known as town of music. The sitar is a stringed musical instrument and is mostly used for the classical music. Coming to dance forms which are prevalent in Maharashtra, Lavani, it's one of the most famous dance forms of Maharashtra, derived from the word Lavanya, which is translated as beauty. Tamasha, the most popular form of folk theatre. Holi dance, which is performed by the fishermen community. Uh, Dindi dance, which is performed by Warkaris, a devotional sect. Dhangari Gaja, which is performed by a community which is known as Shepherd community. And then Kala dance, which is to pay obeisance to Lord Krishna. Then, of course, there are lots of Maharashtrian poets, Marathi poets, saints, and they have comprised lots of devotional and knowledge-oriented poetry. Some of them are Saint Namdev, Yaneshwar, Muktabai, Samarth Ramdas Swami. Coming to sports and games, we have a very traditional game called Malakhamb, which is a form of martial arts. Then, of course, the Kushti, which is now known as wrestling, Atya Patya, Langdi. These are some of the sports and games which we are planning to organize in the next 3 months. Uh, I would like to conclude my thoughts here by thanking Rania Lampu, who has been a wonderful and gracious host, conducting the virtual conferences week after week, wishing all of us a great journey in the Pythian movement. Thanks to each one of you for a very patient journey. Thank you.
Dr. Laxman, for your wonderful presentation and the great progress, spectacular progress that Modern Pythian Games have done and your contribution to this. Modern Pythian Games, as you said, is the first global cultural movement which embraces culture, arts, traditional sports, and in addition, culinary traditions. Because traditional recipes passed down to generations, through generations, help to preserve the history and all these habits of people. I had a chance to attend yesterday the International Millet Conclave 2023. Why millet? Because it's one of the oldest foods which were the first actually cereal grains that were consumed by human beings. It's a component of a healthy diet. So initiatives like this certainly encourages to rediscover healthier lifestyles and dietary habits. Thank you for mentioning a lot about Maharashtra culture, the music instruments there, poetry, sports and games, and certainly we can do many things. We can do wonders there, especially in India, promoting arts and culture, but also on a global level. We are now started all these programs in order to help unite, as we said before, people, nations, and cultures and traditions. So thank you very much for your contribution and your valuable presence today. Now I would like to call upon Miss Caroline from India. Good evening.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, good evening. How are you? Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. I am Dr. Razule Caroline Sorinyo from Nagaland, serving as the National Coordinator and National Media Coordinator to City Innovation and Research Organization. I'm a soft skill trainer as well as a professional phonetician, and I also come from this martial arts background. I've been doing it for like more than a decade. So we have so many cultural practices that has been practiced across the state. But today I would like to focus on one single thing, and that would be Shaolin Kung Fu, which my family has been practicing, like it has been into existence for more than 50 years in here. So, and we are the last torch bearers. So I wanted to share something about the experience in here, which I feel like yes, Mr. Anil wants to say something. Okay, so what I would like to share about is this martial arts has basically nurtured many of us here, I believe, because till 1995, we had around 85,000 students. Like when literacy, as in the academics, was not so prevalent, martial arts was very much prevalent amongst the people in here. And if I'm not mistaken, you know, this has helped many people in the process. There were times when the parents would dump their children because there were some drug addicts, some addictions habits, you know, some poor habits that were picked up, and they were not under control. They were the parents were not able to control them, so they were put into this art. So this art has helped disciplining many youths here in Nagaland in particular. So you know, I was very happy to come across that somebody is actually taking up this initiative. I would like to thank Mr. Vijay Goyal for taking the initiative, because I have been waiting for this opportunity actually, like for the entire time. And to share that I think since this is helping my people and my state in general, I suppose this might be good if why not implement this sport in the In the school, of course, all over India, there is already martial arts in here. But what I wanted to say is that Shaolin Kung Fu in particular, this belongs to India. And what I wanted to say is like, why not bring it back here? Because we're the last torch bearers and there are so many stories to tell. But since today we do not have much time, I would like to stop on here and thank you so much for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you so much, Dr. Caroline. Yes, as a teacher, I can understand what you said about discipline, how martial arts and sports can help children, especially with the problems and challenges they're facing nowadays in this cyber world, and these problems that you mentioned about addiction. Here in Greece, for instance, we have many cases of children who are addicted to internet. We are actually in the second and higher rate of countries. We have 500 children who have hospitalized because they can't get a touch from the computer. So I think that it's time to encourage all these children in order to be orientated towards healthier lifestyles, towards sports, towards traditional games, and all these things. I think it's the time, it's the need of the hour, and of course, sports and discipline go along because self-disciplines. It's something that helps athletes in general develop a strong work ethic and be willing to put in the hard work necessary to succeed. So yes, thank you very much for highlighting something very important that we have never mentioned in this program for all these episodes. Thank you very much, and I hope you collaborate with your students within the framework of the Modern Pythian Games. Thank you very much. Now I would like to call upon our honorable guest for today, Mr. Anil Pratam. Mr. Anil, are you here? Okay.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Am I audible?
Yes, perfect.
Good evening to all members present here, especially Vijendraji and Rania, who had handled beautifully today's international conference. I would admit that today is the first day where I could hear all the speakers completely and patiently. And I will say that it enriched my knowledge. It enriched the different traditions, games, traditional games, and systems we have in all the countries we have heard from Romania, Algeria, Philippines, and even Nagaland and Maharashtra in India. So really, the presentations have been excellent. Presentation had all the contents which serve the motto of our Pythian Games to unite all nations, all individuals, all to our cultures, traditions. It will be a great platform for all for artists and all the players. In addition to this, I will try to be more regular on the conferences, on the programs wherever possible. Since all have detailed about working in their country or in their state, let me also say something about Gujarat, because I am in Gujarat, and Gujarat is also a very good place, a platform to unify all the artists, players, and people. I will say a few words about the different regions in the Gujarat, which need quite attention of the members. We have Kutch Saurashtra area in Gujarat. Kutch is the famous place where about 2 decades before we have a earthquake, and after that the whole district and city has been rehabilitated. So we have here famous Kutch handicrafts. They are exported all over world and they are quite popular. We see lot of foreign visitors, lot of Indian visitors who come to Gujarat. They make sure that they also visit the Kutch area, this Kutchi handicraft and other important places in the country. Then on the other corner of the Gujarat is the tribal area. We see tribals. Many tribal districts are there. One of them is Dang. Dang. Dang district represents the traditional culture of kings of tribes, different tribe heads. And even today, we have annual function of the tribal tradition and tribal worship. So that is one thing we have. Then we have famous Buddhist circuit also in Gujarat. Many Buddhist points are there. As we know, Buddhism is quite popular in many countries outside. And whenever they come, so our Gujarat has also been on that platform where a Buddhist circuit is also on the pipeline and it will definitely attract the visitors and people abroad. So that is a good place we can say we have. Then if we say one place is called Patan. Patan, the one sari are famous that they are branded as Patola sari of Patan. The women in India like the design and many celebrities have taken sari from Patola, Patan Patola. Then we have the Junagadh. Junagadh is also a Buddhist place in one way, and in Junagadh we have world famous Gir cow, which cow are very cow milk here are very excellent. They are in much demand, and this is there. So we can say that we have in Gujarat many places this thing. Then in Gujarat, shortly this month means from tomorrow, October is starting, and we have Navratri and then famous Garbas in Gujarat are there. They are the tradition. The Gujarati staying abroad also, so staying in other parts of India also, they are to celebrate the Garba with very enthusiastic and fervor. So that is one thing. Then regarding sports, I will say what we are trying to do in this Pythian game to find out the traditional games. So I am, as a police officer, I am also looking after the welfare of the policemen. And one of the charter in that is that we promote our policemen to participate in sporting activities, in sports which are not only Olympic, which are in the Olympic charter, but also in traditional way. Some traditional games, if they are there, and if they participate and bring recognition at national level or international, so we try to promote them by giving some scholarship or some award. So that in that way we are also into this finding out traditional games or traditional sports. And one part I forgot to mention is that with Junagadh mein hi, one more thing is there, Siddhi dance, that is a traditional dance of very few people of Siddhi in Junagadh area, that is a forest area. So they are also very famous. So we can say, though we have not, are not prepared as well as all you have come prepared with the data and facts, but this is the general I could remember and I'm saying. So with these words, I will say that the platform which we are using, it has the high potential of reviving all traditional games, all culture, and all other things to our different players, artists, and stakeholders. I wish all the best, and I especially thank for this 13th episode to Rania ji, who has been consistently organizing these seminars, of which many I could not attend. But what I could understand, what I could hear, you are consistent in organizing this and making it possible across the globe that we have arrived, Python games have arrived, and we will not now rest. All the best. Thank you for inviting.
Thank you so much, Mr. Anil, for your inspiring speech. Your contribution is very significant, and you mentioned about so many aspects of the culture of Gujarat. What I know, it's actually the dress materials, Bandini dress, right? you
True.
have embroidered fabric, colorful fabrics there, and the dresses. So I will focus on this as a woman. Yes,
Yes,
you mentioned about how Modern Pythian Games promotes traditional dances and sports and music and all these things is what we're trying to do, not only on a national level in India, but also on international level. This is the effort of this program. And this is what I'm trying to do from my position here as a global ambassador. With the National Pythian Council is to actually invite guests, eminent speakers from all over the world in order to share all these cultures and traditions, and also remark how many similarities we have. This was the example between Philippines and Romania. Because this unites us more, and if we are united, we can do more things together, and we are stronger also. So thank you very much, Mr. Anil. I hope we meet you in person in India. And now I would like to call upon Mr. Vijendra Goel for the concluding remarks.
Thank you, Rania. Thank you so much, Anil Saab, who spared his valuable time despite his so much busy schedule. And all members had a very nice discussion today. And overall conclusion is that the traditional games, which is now United Nations also focusing to promote, as well as the millets also. The traditional games are played in different countries with different names, but almost all are similar. So Pythian game is going to resemble such games and create a platform for them to participate in a single name. So we have started the process now, and I think from the December event, the revival of the Pythian games will be done. We are going to Goa on 4th of the next month, just 3 days after, for the presentation of the forthcoming national games in 2024 in Goa. So we have now started, and lot of activities are taking place. Some activities have taken place in Bangladesh, the Philippines, and some other countries. And Rania is always active from Greece. So something is happening in Africa also, in USA also. And it's very important. It's very important if you talk about Pythian games before 2 years. nobody was aware about the name of Pythian Games. But it is a fact today due to the dedicated uh, devotion of Rania and other people. Now the whole world, I think the Pythian Games has made the access to more than 100 countries now, and it is converting to a big cultural movement. So the peoples who are joining the movement, I appeal to everybody to take it forward to their countries, create associations, create federations, and organize the field of art, culture, and traditional games into an organized sector. And this is going to boost your economy. This is going to create a lot of employment for you. That's all I can say. Keep in touch, and you will get our updates on day-to-day basis. And let's move together with and join hands together. Thank you so much. Thank you, Rania.
Thank you very much, Mr. Vicente Coelho, for your powerful speech. And we're looking forward to the revival of Modern Pythian Games in December in India. As you said, yes, now this movement is spreading all around the world. This has gained a big momentum, a great momentum. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very honored to be the project director and host of this program, to have the chance to co-organize 13 consecutive global conferences. I would like to thank, of course, Mr. Vicente Goel for this great opportunity. I would like to congratulate all the Modern Pythian Games team. I would like to thank also all our eminent guests today from different countries, who shared with us wonderful views. Of course, all the audience who watch us live, and see you next week with new cultures and new adventures. Wishing you a wonderful evening. Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.